My dream is valuable. This seminar is Empower You. It's Empower You seminar, and here's what Empower You seminar is about. It's about life investments. It's about purpose and identity. Somebody say life investment, purpose, and identity. Okay? You have a packet. I want you to look at your packet. And starts off on the first page and it says Empower You Seminar, Coach Joshua Johnson. This seminar is actually, like I told you all, it's an actual course. It's a 6-week course that we're actually involved in right now. We have students, 6 different states. And what we're teaching them is not on just how to build your life, but how to manage your life. There are so many people that can teach you on how to build their life. But can I maintain what I build? That's the key. No one knows how to maintain. Everyone knows how to start something, but no one knows how to finish. Okay? So my job, what God gave me my identity, and my identity is not to teach you how to start, it's to teach you how to start and finish. I want you to complete it. Anything that you start in your life, it is not good enough to build something and it collapse. It's like you're building a house and you have this design and you have all of these decorations and you got the color scheme and you got the layers of the house and all that you see fit for this dream house that you have. But then, after all your investments, after all your time, after all your money, it collapsed. How would you feel after all of these years of building a great house and then it collapsed? It collapsed. So many people are going to every seminar, every counseling session, every financial consultant, and they're only teaching them how to get it started. Do this with your money. Do this for your marriage. Do this for your business. Do this for your career. But they jump in it 6 months after starting a career. Now, what? You're closing the door. Because you were taught to start, but you weren't taught to finish. I taught my class Thursday. We have class Thursday and Friday. And I taught them, I said, a lot of times we have a vision to start, but we don't have a vision to end. When you start things, you don't ever see it ending. There are some things that you will start that have to have a finish. And if you don't have a vision, which is a plan to see how this thing is going to pan out and how it should finish, you'll lose control. Things will start collapsing. Things that you invested into time and efforts, all of that goes down the drain now because now I have started something, but I don't know how to see my way to the end. Starting a path, but I don't know how to get from point A to point what? Z. Not even B. Some of us don't know how to get to Z. Some of us know how to get to B, but we can't even count to Z. Want to know why? Because we're not teaching life management. We're teaching make more money, but we're not teaching managing money. We're teaching start your career, but we're not teaching manage your career because there are competitors. There are people that are in your same field. They're going to compete against you. And when you start a career, you have, even with this here, I can easily get discouraged. I can easily give up with all the competitors and all the other folks that are doing seminars. I got plenty of folks that I know are doing seminars today. And guess what? I have in my mind that I have a tunnel vision of where I'm going. This is the vision that God has given me. I'm going to maintain what he's given me. I'm going to be faithful over what he's given me. And then he asks to what? Increase. All right. So I want to teach you how to manage. Look at your hand. You got something in your hand. You got something that you're going to utilize this year. It might be a career. It might be promotion on your job. It might be marriage. It might be home ownership. Whatever it may be, you have something in your hand and you need to know how to have a grip on whatever you establish. Okay? Because there's going to be adversity. There's going to be conflict. There's going to be opposition. But I got to keep a grip on what I build. Somebody say, I have a grip. All right, so let's look at your packet. Let's look at this. Welcome. I am very excited to be your empowerment coach for today. Throughout this experience, you will gain practical, life-changing knowledge on how to manage and make your dream a reality. Oftentimes we find ourselves stuck without momentum, pondering ways on how to move from where we are to where we have destined to be. Open your minds and your hearts to engage into a new journey. Somebody say new journey of learning and personal development. Again, thank you for choosing me to be your coach for the next 3 hours. It is an honor to stand before you. Enjoy yourself as we embark upon knowledge. Somebody say knowledge. Principles, and truth. So the next page is the outline of what we're going to be discussing. This is the outline. And I want to take my time and go through each outline. And what I want to do, if you have any questions while I'm talking, ask your questions. Open floor. I'm leaving the floor open. If you have any concerns or any comments, please feel free to do so, okay? The first bullet point, if you look at it, is purpose. The second one is identity. The third is life investments. The fourth is initiative. And 5 is financing your future. Okay? The first one we're going to look at today is purpose. Now, when you think about the word purpose, there's a lot that could come to your mind. There's a lot that comes to my mind. And I wanted to make sure that I made it very simple for you. Okay, when it came to understanding purpose, because I want to define purpose in one word. Okay? One word. When I was going over this outline, I was saying, okay, what do I need to do to bring this down to their level to they can understand and comprehend what I'm saying? One word came to my mind. Why? Write that down. Write the word why. Purpose. When I thought about purpose, the only word that came to my mind was why. Think about that. Purpose is the why. It is the why for something. If anything that I'm going to do, I have to ask myself, why? Purpose is also why you exist. See, you can start a career, you can start your own business, your own company. You can. There's a lot that you can do in your life. But if you don't have the understanding of why, you'll never understand your uniqueness, your significance as an individual. You'll get lost in building something because you don't have understanding of your purpose. It happened to me. It happens to the best of us. Some of us sitting here right now, if I was to ask you, why do you exist? Could you tell me? Why am I here? I know I have these gifts and these talents, but help me identify what is the point of my existence. Even the person sitting next to me, there's so many things that they have. There are so many things that I have, but we both have a different individuality, a different purpose, a different why. Your why is different than the person sitting next to you. And once you understand your why, the dynamics of your life begin to change. The meaning, life has more meaning. When you wake up in the morning, you have more meaning to wake up now when you understand why you're here. Your authority to walk and possess, because a lot of times the reason why, as entrepreneurs and as dreamers, the reason why we don't have confidence and self-confidence is because we don't understand why we exist. So the confidence to get you indoors, the confidence to get you in Fortune 500 companies, the confidence that you need to get investors to even look your way, you got to ask yourself, why? You can start things, but don't start until you know why. Don't build anything till you know why I exist. Okay? Think about that really quick. Why are you here? Why did this divine creator make you? He said, I knew you before you were formed in your what? Mother's womb. But why? What's so unique about me? What's so significant about me? What's so different about me that you chose to give me life? Can I help you out? I want to encourage you. You are not a body. You are a vessel. Bodies take up space and they take up air. Vessels are utilized. They utilize the space they've been given. They utilize the air they've been given. That's the difference. When you understand why you exist, you stop just taking up space and utilizing the space you've been given. Somebody say, why?
Why?
Okay? Some of us, we walk around and we're just bodies. We're going to work, the 9 to 5, the regular. Coming home, have to deal with the kids. We're just moving and we're busy. But life wants you to be productive. Life wants you to be fruitful, not fruitless. So I have to know everything that I do now, there has to be a why to what I'm doing. Time I get out of the bed, hit the floor, why am I here? When I enter the bed at night, I still understand why I exist. Okay? It's deep. It's deep. It really opened my mind to a whole nother level when I understood why I'm here. I've preached to many. I've taught many. I've seen many birth businesses and ministries just through me. But guess what? I didn't understand my why. And it's crazy how I could identify theirs. Have you ever been there where you could identify everyone else's why, but when it comes to you, I have no clue of who I am. I have no clue where. I know I'm gifted, but that's not good enough. Why? I know I'm talented. That's not good enough. Why? It's like you're very talented. You're very gifted. You have what it takes to go before great men and women. And I'm not just talking about of God. I'm talking about people in the marketplace. Politicians. Educators. You have what it takes, but you have to find out, why do I exist? Okay? I'm going to give you mine. I exist because I have been called to empower people. That's all I do. Listen, y'all might laugh at this, but I cry if I can't empower people. y'all don't ever see me at home sometimes. Just if things don't work out and it's not going the way that I want it to go, I'm at home crying. And she's got to deal with it. Okay? Because I have gotten to a place where this is me. If I don't do anything else to help the individual become holistic, it's my job. I breathe empowerment. I live empowerment. All I think about is empowerment. I end up empowering people without trying to even do it anymore. I don't have to put any effort to do it. This is why I'm so comfortable right now. I don't even care. This is me. This is my why. Okay? You have to know your why. And now, ever since I found my why, the enemy, he has no threat. Because now, nothing you do can discourage me. Nothing you do can deter. If I have a vision, I don't care who comes and who doesn't come. Guess what? I know my why. And I know that even doing this right now, heaven is pleased because I'm fulfilling something that I was sent here to do. Okay? Because you're going to have many times in starting what you're trying to start where you're going to have things like this. You're going to have adversity. You're going to have things that are going to try to throw you off your game. But when you know why, who am I? When you know who you are, there's a focus, there's a vision that you have, and you don't deter from that vision anymore. You're productive, you're fruitful in everything you do, and it's consistent. Somebody say consistent. All right, so write down why, and write down your why is your reason. It is your reason. Why gives you a reason for being here. You need a reason for being here, okay? That's what purpose is, your reason. Next is identity. Now, identity is linked to purpose because once I understand my why, watch this, once you understand your why, identity is the how and the where. Somebody say the how, the where. Purpose is the why, identity is the how. Do you know that there are so many people that know why they exist, but they don't know how to fulfill their existence? It's going to go deeper and deeper. I mean, because you can find, there was a time that, okay, I knew I was called to empower people. But how? I didn't know. I tried stuff. There was a time that I knew I was called to empower people, but guess what? I went and started pastoring the church. Wasn't my call, wasn't my grace, but I felt because I'm called to empower people that in any field that I want to choose, I can choose it and empower people. That's not true. Because your how is, okay, this is how you're going to do it, and this is also where you're going to. A lot of us, we know why we exist, but do you know how to fulfill that existence and where? Some of us are still trying to find where we belong. I know why I'm here. I know I'm supposed to be doing this, but okay, where do I fit? And how am I supposed to fit here? Okay? Those the puzzle. I need one person to come up, talk. I want to show you something. It's a demonstration I want to show you. Tell you, I'm just gonna take my time. Something I want to show you. Somebody say how?
How?
Where?
Where?
That's identity. Purpose is the why. Identity is the how and the where. Now this is supposed to be a puzzle.
It is.
I was making a point. It's supposed to be. Because it's not a puzzle until it's what?
Put together.
It's not a puzzle. This is how our life is sometimes. You see how we're trying to get the piece of it, and it's still not together. This is how we live. Literally. This is how we live. We have purpose. We have a purpose. We know that we fit somewhere in this puzzle, but trying to find where we fit is the issue. It's like we struggle. Okay, I'm a part of a plan. The puzzle is the plan. I'm a piece to the puzzle. But where do I belong? Where do I belong? My why is I exist because of this. But how do I fulfill my existence and where? I'm a part. And this is the frustrating part because we try to go and fit in places we don't belong. And when we don't belong there, guess what we do? We start doubting that we are a piece of the puzzle.
Oh, wow.
You don't doubt that you don't fit in. You doubt that you're not even a part of the puzzle. That's why so many people are in this. The puzzle is the world. So many people are living in this world feeling disconnected. I don't have a plan. I don't have a purpose. I don't fit. I'm disconnected. You want to know what? The prostitute, the homosexual, they're disconnected. They feel like they don't belong. They feel outcast. And a lot of times we feel outcast. At a time I felt outcast. I felt like I did not belong anywhere. So I'm here in this big world with all of these puzzles and it looked like they fit. But look at me. I'm still disconnected and I'm struggling. And some of us are getting older and older and older and we still don't know where we belong. We're getting older and older and older and the puzzles are not coming together. The pieces are not there. I'm a part of this, but how do I, fit? That's identity. When you know purpose, who you are, then you can know your identity, where you belong. Okay? Watch this. Thank you. Now, there's a lot of comedians that were born to be funny. I believe that. I believe they were born naturally to be funny. Naturally funny. But guess what? You know what they do? They automatically go to the comedy club to do stand-up. When they're not funny doing stand-up, some of them are funny in movies. You think because you're funny, you can be funny anywhere. Oh, man. Because I'm funny and I made one person laugh, I'm going to go do stand-up. So they go do stand-up and have a drastically messed up career, fall several times before they finally understand, okay, I don't belong here. So I'm going to leave the comedy club and go start making movies, and then millions are rolling in. You want to know why? Because they found where they what? Fit. Your why is to make people laugh, but your where is not the comedy club, your where is movies. Then you have vice versa. You have people that are not funny at all. And I wish I could tell them. I'm gonna get there. When I know them one day, I'm gonna tell them, listen, stop making movies. Go back to stand-up because it's just not there. You're funny, but your charisma and your influence and all those things that come with purpose and identity, it ain't gonna be there. If you want to find your abundance, you got to find your where. If you want to have abundance out of life, you have to find your where. You got to find your why, you got to find your how, and you got to find your where. You will never experience abundance. You will never experience satisfaction. You will never experience fulfillment out of life until I fit where I belong. Somebody say, I have to find my where.
I have to find my where.
All right, so look at this. Watch this. Write this down. 3 things. I'm going to give you the evidence of knowing where you belong. Okay? 3 things. Okay? We already talked about the purpose, which is the what? Why. We talked about the identity, which is the how and the what. Where. Now I want you to have 3 things to look at. This is the tree. And now, scriptures, and I don't want to go too biblical today. I want to be practical a lot of times. The scripture teaches us that we are like a tree, right? He said you should be planted like a what? Tree. So we are like a tree. Everything that you bear is not for you, it's for others. A tree doesn't bear fruit for itself, does it? When it bears fruit for those that are going to come and eat from the tree. There are people that are going to come and eat from your life. Here's what they're going to pull from. Watch this. Here's what they need to find. Like Jesus went and he went to the tree and all he saw was what? Leaves. He didn't see what? Fruit. There's an inspection that's about to happen in your life. You are a tree, right? And when he comes to the tree, 3 fruits need to be on this tree. Influence, impact, compensation. Write that down. Influence, impact, and compensation. When you have found your where, and you have found your how, and you have found your why, 3 fruits you're going to start bearing in your life. Influence, impact, and compensation. Influence is the ability to persuade. Okay? I can persuade you. Impact, I leave a mark on you. Influence, you like me. Impact, I've got your heart. I've got your pockets. I got your pocketbook. Because now I left a mark on you. There's a stamp that will never be erased. I'll stay in your mind. You'll always think about me. You'll think about that joke that I cracked. You'll think about that plate that I made. You'll think about whatever, and I just keep saying some stuff about you. But you'll think about all the things that I've done. And I'm going to have an impact on your life. Guess what? And guess what that brings? What? Compensation. Here's the issue. A lot of us, we have placed ourselves in a place in life where we're lacking influence, we're lacking impact, and we're lacking compensation. All of these have to come together in order for this tree to be fruitful. If I don't have influence over you, and if I don't have impact over you, and if I don't have your money, because a lot of times, and this is another reason church people don't like seminar, I'm just telling you, because we like to shout, we like to dance, but we don't have no money. We don't have no money. We don't have no influence. We have lost our relevancy because we're not focused on building the tree. We want to make the tree run around the church. We want the tree to do cartwheels and foam at the mouth. But substance No, let's forget about the substance of the tree. Let's give the tree 2 hours of emotionalism and theatrics. But when it comes to the substance of a tree, I'd rather stay at home. And this is why we don't have compensation. This is why we got to go rob Peter to what pay what. This is why the pockets are lacking. Do you understand that everything that you see, it costs money? This hotel room has cost money. These gentlemen right here cost money that I'm still paying on. This costs money. Everything that you see in this room has cost money, and it's cost investment because of compensation. It had to start somewhere. It came from someone liking what I did. I had influence. I had impact. Hey, I want to invest into you. We have investors. I want to invest. See, this is why I don't care about the people so much. I care about the investors. I want money. I'm doing this. Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm doing this to empower people. But guess what? Your talent is not for kingdom. Your talent is for you. Your gift is for kingdom. You got 9 spiritual gifts, but your talents are for you to make some money. For you to live in the earth realm. Because sometimes we get so what? Heavenly bound, we know what? Is your tree developing influence? Is your tree developing impact? Is your tree bringing in some green compensation? And I'm not talking about the leaves. We know the leaves are green, but I ain't talking about the leaves. I'm talking about some paper, some money. Think about it. Everything that I'm doing in my life, if I'm really called to do it, do I have any one of these? On a consistent, I have to have what? Influence. I have to have what? Impact. Influence is I have to like what you're doing. Impact, you got my attention now. I don't just like you. I'm going to buy all your books. I'm going to buy all your CDs. If you cook, I'm going to make sure I eat your food, and then I'm going to tell all my cousins and them about how good you. That's what? Impact. Because now there's a mark that's left on my life that now I'm almost bound to you. I'm in prison to you because now anything that comes from this tree, I'm going to eat. Oh, man. Y'all hear me today? Anything that falls off of this tree comes from you, I'm going to consistently eat. T.D. Jakes constantly selling books. You want to know why? Because he's produced enough fruit from his tree that people just sitting at the tree now just want to eat. People are just standing at his tree waiting for him to produce another book, waiting for him to do another conference. You want to know why? Because this man has had so much what? This man has had so much what? Impact. Now the dough is running in because now the fruits are constantly and consistently being born. And people are now waiting. Your music, if you are a musician, guess what? Your entertainment. The industry of videography and photography, guess what? Doing things in excellence will get you what? Influence, impact, and what? Compensation. So every time you produce fruit, guess what? People now, I gotta eat. You are my brook. You want to become the brook for someone else. See, we need brooks in our life, but guess what? We need to become a brook. That means that we need to become what people go to pull from. Everything in you, I want to pull from. Whatever talent you have, whatever gift you have, I need it. Somebody said, I'm no longer an option. When you find your why, when you find your purpose in your how, you no longer become an option. That means that now, if I have to choose between you and them, who is it going to be? You. If people still have to say, I don't know if I should go here or go what? Here, then that's not influence. That's not what? Impact. But the moment that people start saying, this is a must. There are stores, Sam Walton, Walmart. It's a must. Walmart will never go out of business. And I hope I don't say that on camera and then it happens because everybody talking about false prophets now. I hope that they stay in business if I say this. But really, just be real, they'll never go out of business. They have built a brand that lasts. Somebody say impact, influence, compensation. Any questions? Any comments? Yes.
Is it possible to have more than one wife
It's a good question.
or flow with multiple gifts? So it's
Yes.
talents?
Yeah. It is. There are people that are multi-gifted. My wife is one of them. Jack of all trades. And it frustrates them. It frustrated her because I used to try to push her into one area. But she'd get frustrated or she'd get bored because she's like, okay, I can do this. Literally, she can, you name it, she can do it. Like, even the technical stuff, I'm not a physical, I don't know how to, I just speak. That's all I do. That's all I do, is just speak. But she builds, she does websites, she does flight, cook, everything, massage therapy, fitness, everything. And I'm like, okay, all I do is speak. So God had to put someone who just spoke, and I do music. He put someone who just spoke and do music, but someone who has multiple things because he knew what I needed, because every entrepreneur is going to need somebody with multiple gifts. You're going to need somebody on your team that can do several things because sometimes we're limited. We want people smarter than us around us. If you're the only smart person, something's what? Wrong. So it's okay to have multiple things because you're going to be needed for some great company one day. Look at Daniel. Daniel was promoted in the kingdom because he was a visionary, he was a dreamer. David was not just a king, he was a musician, he was a prophet, they had multiple things, and that's why they could not be denied. So it's okay to have multiple gifts, because now, even if you're not in the forefront, you can be behind the scene doing everything. And no one may never call your name, but so what? You got the dough. Producers, they make more money than the actual singer. You know what? Because they're producing it. So sometimes I got to put you in the background and say, just work this. I don't need you to be in the forefront, because forefront sometimes you have to be narrow. You have to be tunnel vision. You have to stay focused on this. But sometimes God say, okay, I just want you to be a helper. And you're not insignificant because of that. Because I'm multi-gifted and I can help. Even if I'm in the background, I make them look good in the forefront. She make me look good. I might just be able to just teach, but because she's multi-gifted, things that I couldn't do and put together, she's able to do. So you're necessary. If you're multi-gifted, you're necessary. That's your why. You can have multiple, you can have 10 whys. You're necessary. All 10 of your whys, not wives, whys are necessary. I hope there wasn't no prophetic word. I don't want no playboy do the count. All right, so all 10 of your whys are necessary. Any more questions? Any more comments? All right, let's go to the next thing. Are y'all enjoying this? Y'all getting this? All right, life investments. When you think of life investments, who can tell me what you think about when it comes to life investments? There's a lot of people in the back raising their hand.
Sowing into things that will promote your dreams.
Yeah, sowing into things that will promote your dream. Okay.
Maybe generational wealth, things passed down.
Yeah.
Retirement of some sort.
Yeah, that's part of it. I got a guy that's coming. He had a event to attend, and he's coming here soon. And I want to introduce him to y'all. He's doing life investments, and he's doing insurance, and yeah, retirement and all of that. He helps with that, and so yeah, that is the key too. Anyone else? All right, listen. Write this down. Life investment is really just investing into your life. Once you find your why, once you find your how, once you find your where, then you gotta start investing into yourself. That's what Empower You is about. Once I found my purpose, once I found my identity, now it's time for me to start investing and building myself. Because here's the thing, you can be gifted, talented, know what you're supposed to do, know where you're supposed to do it, and not have the power to do it. Okay? You can have all of the knowledge of who you are and where you need to be, but if you're not empowered to actually go and get the job done, what good is it? I know my why, I know my where, I know my how, but okay, if I get there and can't stay there because I'm not ready. This is your season. Before you start your career, anything that you do, it's your season to just sit and learn. Stop trying to be so busy doing everything for the kingdom and you're not taking time to sit. The fact that you all came here today and you took the time to say, okay, I'm going to sit. I'm going to sit what this man got to say. And I don't care what happens or who's there. I'm going to sit and be fed. And the more you take his yoke upon you and you start learning and he's feeding you and he's opening up your mind to things that you never understood, the more opportunity is going to come. Advancement for you is coming. Because now I've gotten you mentally from here to there. So feed your mind. That's key. Feed your mind. You got to feed your mind more. I'm guilty of it. We're all guilty of it. No one in here can say, I already do that. You know, I'm already there. No. We're never there. You'll never just get there. There's not a there. You'll never just arrive. It's constant. Until the day you die, you're going to constantly learn new things. You'll never know fullness of who God is because he's so much that you won't know it all. He wants to keep you amazed of him. There are so many things that he's just waiting to show you. But we're too busy praying. We're too busy worshiping. Sit down. Sit down. Look at Martha. Oh, gee, Jesus here. I got to do this, got to do that. And Mary just sitting. I ain't got to do nothing. I'm going to rest and allow him to pour into me what he needs to pour into me so that whatever I do as an endeavor will succeed and prosper. It won't just be a figment of my imagination. Stop imagining about what you can do and start grasping it. The only way it can happen is mental expansion. The next one, social. Social expansion. Socially. So you got to build yourself socially. I want you on your hand to show me how many people you connect with a week. No. Let's start over. How many people do you connect with a day? New people. I ain't talking about people that you know. I'm talking about people that you never met. You could be in a store. You anywhere. How many people are you connecting with daily? Not weekly, but daily.
On Facebook?
Not Facebook. I mean, yeah, it can be Facebook. But I'm talking about like out in the open. We see people all the time. Gas station, supermarket. How many people are you, on your hand, show me how many people you connecting with daily?
What do you define as connecting with? Like, to what extent?
Making relationships, building relationships. I'm building relationships. And they don't even have to be saved. Listen, get out of just church people and saved folk. Go out into the world because we got to start being the what? Light. So I got unsaved friends. I got saved friends. I got people that I'm connected because now God is going to use me to win them over, and he's also going to use them to make a connection and bridge a gap that's in my life. But you're only looking at the fact, well, they ain't saved, I ain't going to mess with them. Jesus went to Samaria. If the kingdom, he knew that his agenda was going to be birthed in Samaria, which was a nation that was nasty. So who are you to say, I can connect with them? No, yes, you can. Again, how many people are you connecting with daily?
Several. Just several.
Do you drive trucks?
Everybody keeps saying that. Now, I travel a lot, but I don't drive trucks.
Just keep seeing you travel. We're going to work in a minute. Okay. So you say you work with several people. Okay. Who else? Yeah, two people. Me and him.
In my job, I meet people all the time.
But I'm not meeting. Do you connect? Do you make a connection? Exchanging numbers, emails, or whatever, and y'all talking. Y'all are conversing since the time that you met. That's what I mean. Not just, hey, how you doing? Having a good conversation, and then you don't talk to them. I'm talking about when I say connect, you literally become connected. Y'all talking, y'all going out to eat, whatever you do. You have a connection with this person. That's what I mean. How many people are you doing that with every day? Not just talking to them and then, I go my way, you go yours. Is it the same?
Pretty much. Like, yeah.
So just me and him there again. She know I'm every day, and that's why, I'm glad we got after the seminar. I'm gonna be glad we can rest and just be over with, because I'm gonna just chill out with her, because every day, literally, I'm connected because I learned something. You can't be an island. There are people that are linked to what you're called to do. Are you connected? The greater your social life is, the greater the advantage you're going to have to succeed. Okay, your social life is important. He that is wise winneth. When my mind starts expanding, my mind starts expanding towards making connections now. Now you don't think religiously anymore. Oh, it's just me and God. No, it's not. I just need Jesus. Okay. You keep thinking that. And people think that you doubting Jesus. No. No. You need who he's using, who he's called, who he's chosen. Even if they're not like you. They don't even have to be in your field of interest. Connect with people, because they might know someone that you need to know. How many people you connected with? Some of the many platforms like this guy here. I met his mom. I just go and I just connect with people. I just do it. I don't even have to know you. I talk to you. Before you even talk to me, I'll go to you. That's what I did to his mom. And that week that I met her, I told her, come to my church. Come on, speak. She came. She spoke. Dealt with demons and all that at our church. And little did I know, I knew him before I knew his mom. We had met years ago, and we ain't lost connection. I'm going somewhere. I met this man's mom. And after meeting his mom, she said, do you know my son? My son do this, do that. Our son. We used to do youth meetings together, he and another guy in Winder, Georgia, and I used to minister. And I mean, it was a great thing, but we lost connection. The group split up. Now God said, okay, I'm going to send you to his mom. You don't even know that's his mom. I'm going to send you to his mom. Y'all are going to connect. Okay. Stop putting on the camera. Okay. We're going to send you to his mom. And his mom, y'all going to connect. And once I get you to his mom, I can get you back to him. Because there's something in him that you're going to need one day.
Yes.
I didn't know his mom. I was just searching for people to connect. And whoever God led me to, I connected to her. She's done my website. He's doing my photography and the video. So God said, you're going to need them, but you can't be an island. Your social life has to expand. Because there are things in every person you're connecting with that you actually need to succeed. And don't be arrogant and say that you got everything that you need, because you don't. If you had everything that you need, you will already be there. The reason why you're not there is because you still got to make some connections. You still got to network. You still got to talk to people. If you don't talk to people, you're not a people person. You need to become a people person. If you're not that kind of person, you got to become that person to start bearing fruit. Okay? Any questions? Comments on how to do that? Any questions? So, yeah.
What if your purpose doesn't like require you to be a people person?
Every purpose does. Anything that you called to do is going to require you to know people. You can't, listen, I would love to sometimes, but you can't get away from people. Sometimes I would. Sometimes I would. Sometimes I would love to do things without people. Because dealing with people sometimes can be agitated. But you cannot. There's nothing you can do in the face of this world that you can just do without people. You have to be connected to somebody. Well, here's what I just heard. You can, but you won't be great. You can, but you won't. You'll succeed, but you won't be great. If you want to be great, you got to connect. Let's keep going. Okay, life investments. You got mental, social, and then physical. How many of you all have physical goals this year? What I mean physical is gaining weight, building muscle, losing weight. How many of you are? Everyone, we should. Everybody here should. Because listen, the more you develop this, there's a certain market you're going in. But what are you trying to do? What is it that you're trying to reach this year?
I don't know, honestly. It's a lot of the reason why I'm here. I know my niche. I know what my niche
Creativity?
is, to an extent.
Name some things that you do. With your hands, name some things that you do.
Type. I'm kind of, like you described your wife, I'm kind of jack of all trades. I can do multi-things. So that's a era that's frustrating because I need to know what the one thing is that I need to focus on.
Okay. What do you have the most influence in?
I guess it would be my everyday job, because of the fact that that's what I focus on every day, which is typing and doing clerical and so that's
You should be speaking and empowering.
right.
You should. You should be doing exactly what I'm doing right now. But there has to be some things in you that you connect with. To do now that she's never done is speak. And I've been telling her for years, you have a voice. Don't think because you have multiple gifts and abilities that takes away your voice. It doesn't. And a lot of us, we're good with the background. But a lot of times, that's not what you're called to do. A lot of times, he said all of these things that you have are to help the actual thing that I'm calling you to, that voice. If you don't have it, he's always going to send somebody that does. It's just so happened that you have all these things that you do, but you also have a voice too. And he's going to show you how to make sense of it and how to balance it so that you don't forget the voice that you have. You can't forget. Okay, I gave you a word. I gave you something to speak. I gave you a testimony. You are a testament, but I gave you a testimony. I gave you these things, and I gave you the gifts to enhance it. The gifts and the talents are for money. Support your husband. You all are working together so that the stress won't just be on him. You're working with your hand. The virtuous woman, Scripture says she worked with her what? Hands. Okay? Working with your hands is for your household. It's for him. So that he won't go out and he's got all this stress on himself because he's bringing in the money. You got a lot within your hands that God's going to allow you to do for money's sake. Just to keep the household going. Just to take the burden off of him. And that's what she does. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a voice. It doesn't mean that you're just called to that. Because a lot of times she felt like she was just called to just do all of this. And he says, no. I gave you that for a reason. It's to help your husband. It's to support him. It's to make sure that he can stay focused on what I placed in him. And he doesn't get deterred from it. But you still have to focus on the voice I gave you at the same time. Don't take away from that. All of this is just for income purposes. Because sitting at the typewriter or the computer or whatever, yeah, you'll meet people and you can be an example. When God says the greater example, you gotta open this. You gotta open this, and when you open this, all of this will come into play. All of this will enhance what you're doing on your job, your career. All of this will enhance once you really step into what I really called you into. So you got to know, a lot of times we try to interpret what he has given us. Well, I got this because I'm supposed to be this. No, it's just that is only for the purpose of income. A lot of things that we're trying to make our call is not really our call, it's our income. Did y'all just hear that? A lot of things that, music is not my call, it's my income. Empowering people, that's my call. But anytime this might not bring in the money, guess what? I got a what? Gift, a talent, music. That's my income. At the same time, I'm going to glorify God. At the same time, I'm going to win souls. But that's not my primary. My primary is to speak. This is for rainy day. We need some bills paid. So if this is not doing it, guess what? I got something to fall back on. But a lot of times, the thing that we're trying to fall back on, we make it the primary thing that we lean on. And that's not right. He says, okay, no. Put this away until you need it. Focus on this because this is what I call it. This is the why. You exist because of this. This is only here to help you supplement what's already been added. He's a great provider. I know that. But he can't do it by himself. And I'm not saying that he is. But all of that you're doing is only for him. Now God's going to shift it. The voice that you have, the identity he's going to give you, the things that you really need to know of who you really are, that's separate. That's what I need you to do as my will for your life. Being a good wife is great. Being a good supporter of your husband, because I can tell that you all are equally yoked. I can tell that you support him. I can tell that there's a bond. But God says, okay, but that's only for the household. The kingdom is different. Don't make that your primary. This is what I'm calling you to. Focus on this. This makes sense?
It does.
Makes sense?
I mean, he's actually been dealing with me about, I started off saying like business consulting or, what was the first thing I said? Management, like business management. But honestly, within the last couple of days, I've been thinking like coach, something along that line. So it makes sense. It's just a matter of identifying,
That's why you can.
Yeah.
I hear God. I know God because he said clear as day. She should be empowering me. He didn't say empower me. See, I told you, a lot of times my words, that's how you know it's still the Holy Spirit, because I can prophesy and my words still be discombobulated. But she should be empowering people. You're supposed to. And my wife is the same way. I told my wife. For the first time, she broke her fear in doing Periscope. And I told her, you need to be out. See, I could be the kind of husband, and a lot of men know, no, you're going to support me. You're going to be behind me. But I'm glad that we're not. Because our job is to make sure that our households are pushed into the direction that they need to go into. So if he sees something in you that sometimes you may not see, that's God utilizing him to push his agenda. A lot of times she got frustrated because no, that's not me. My dad wasn't that way. My mama not this way. You've been doing this all your life, so what? It's not about years, it's not about experience. It's about the qualification. Whom I call, I what? Justify. Whom I justify, I glorify. So God will use this man here to encourage you and push you. And not push you into anything but what you're called into. That's how it works. But you are called to be here. And that's why you came here. You're called to stand right where I'm standing and do the same thing that I'm doing. But now, he's just going to make it make sense. It has to make sense, and he's going to put things in order. You see? Anyone else? All right, listen, let's keep going. I'm almost through. So your physical body, make sure you're developing your health. things of that nature. A lot of us are in the body, we're sickly. I'm seeing a lot of sickness go on because we got this zeal, but we're not taking care of our bodies. When I first met my wife, I was sick, because I love eating candy. So I used to eat candy more than I ate food. I just had a sugar rush. I would get this rush, and I needed an energy drink and some fruit snacks, some candy. But it was killing me. It was killing me. And she came, she started cooking. Her cooking was different. The diet that she had me on, making me drink water. I had a mentor when I was younger that told me, you're going to have some things that's going to start attacking your body years from now if you don't start drinking water. I never listened. Did not listen. She came back and said the exact same thing. It's your physical, because if I can't take you out in your mind, because you got a strong mind, and the enemy knows I have a strong mind. He knows that I will connect with people. So, okay, if I can't take you out of your mind and your connections, what am I going to go after? The body. The body. How many of y'all get physicals? Wash your hands. How many of you all pay attention to your body? If something is going on, how many of you all pray when you actually go to the doctor? Which one? Pray or go to the doctor?
Both.
I mean, it's okay to pray. I'm not saying. Pastor Dollar, Creflo Dollar, stood up in this pulpit. He had prostate cancer. And he asked God why. He prayed. Cancer was dismissed. But he told his congregation, he said, God wanted me to tell you, don't be so spiritual. If you find something, you have something, get it checked. He went to the doctor, and he's doing better. He doesn't have it anymore. But the whole point is, physically, where you're going, you got to be in shape. I see a lot of people that are out of shape. They want to travel, get out of breath. Walking up the steps, out of breath, out of shape. Simple assignments. You got to have physical tact, okay? Mental, social, and physical, okay? All right, next thing. I want to skip initiative, and I want to go to financing your future. This is the last one. Financing your future. How many of you all are where you want to be financially? Right now, at this moment, you are comfortable financially. How many of you are? That you may, I'm not talking about millions. I'm talking about like, right now, I'm good with where I am for right now. Raise your hand. Nobody. Cameraman, what about y'all? Y'all good financially? Are y'all good financially? Or you good with where you are?
I'm good, but I like to get better.
But because we're always gonna get better.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But are y'all good right now? Raise your hand. No. Nobody. Nobody but me. Y'all just leaving me hanging. It was just me and him at first, not just me. Let me ask you a question. Why? I want to know why. What is it that you're looking for financially? Why are you not good financially? Anybody? Why are we not good financially?
I would say how the income comes. Those who have like dreams and want to make their money from, I think a lot of people would rather make their money from their passion than working for someone. So
Exactly.
like if you're following your passion, if you're making that money, no matter how much it is, I think you'll be good or happy with that. So I feel like, so I think that's a why. You said why, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Perfect,
Some
perfect
people
why.
would be happy
Perfect.
with their income.
Anybody? Why? Satisfied financially. What is it that you're not satisfied about? And we're just going to be real. This is a seminar. I don't want to just teach. I want to hear your mind. I want to hear your thoughts. I can't help you if I don't hear you. So why? Yeah. No. Good.
I think because, I guess the amount of money you make
that's, that can affect it.
So are you making your income from doing this, or you're talking about working for someone else? Which one? Both. So you have to work a job and do this. So
Yeah.
you want to just do this,
Transition to this.
transition into this. And right now, you're not really making enough on your job to even transition. That's pretty much the point. Who else?
Right, mine is the same thing. You're not really making much because I still working, man. I mean, I want to work for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I mean, I get frustrated in that area because I can't work for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you too
Making
young. Too young to even know about finance. Well, you're not to know about it, but to even be worried about money.
I say one thing
Yeah,
though,
but I
I
wanna
do feel God is calling me to, to leave my 9-to-5 job. But it's definitely a leap of faith. But I think it's something that I should do.
Okay, gotcha.
But it's scary,
Yeah. I'm gonna help you out. Who else? We ain't gonna tell your business. I know it's on camera.
I make the money, it's just like bills, it could be more, I'll say that, it could be more. I'm worth more.
So what you're saying is the money that comes in consumed automatically by bills. So like when you pay your bills, is there nothing left over or just very little?
I mean, it's left over, it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of like routine, like,
It's not enough to enjoy ourselves, I guess, from the benefit of working, a 9-to-5 for 40 hours a week. It's just like you take care of what needs to be taken care of. You get by until it's time to do it all over again.
Okay, here's what I want to help you out with. I want you to think about this, because this is what a lot of people do. This is what I did, and I did it prematurely. A lot of people, what they automatically do is say, okay, I'm not making enough on my job, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave my job and go start my own, because I know that I'll make enough money doing my own thing. And I believe that. I did it. It did not work. Want to know why? Because I didn't understand that the money that was coming in from my job was to help me transition into my own. So I automatically jumped into something that I didn't have the finances for. I couldn't finance. That's what we're about to talk about. Finance my future. I couldn't finance my future. Here's what I want to tell you. You think that you don't have enough, and you do. I'm going to show you. I want you to get out of your mind, I don't have enough to invest. Because a lot of times, we're looking at what we're bringing in, and we're saying, okay, it's not really enough. It is. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you. It's enough to do whatever God has given you right now is enough to make small, even if it's not a huge transition, small steps you can start taking right now with just the little that you have. You got to know what you have. Look at the woman who the creditors had come to take her 2 sons. Creditors come, and we need your 2 sons because your husband has died and he's left you in debt. Okay? And now you got to take care of the debt of your husband. And guess what? He was a prophet. That's why, church people, how you a prophet and you die in debt, leaving your family in debt, and now your family is about to be destroyed? You're prophetic, but you didn't have enough prophecy in you to see how to get out of debt. That's the state of the church. We're so church that we're leaving our families in debt. Our families are being divided. Our kids are being sold. Because we don't have the understanding of what we have. Watch this. She went to the prophet and said, okay, Elisha, your servant, my husband, was good to you. I need help. Help me. The creditors are coming. He asked her one question. What do you have in your house? Watch how she responds. I only have a jar of oil. Listen to that. I'm going to say that again. I only have a jar of oil. Now that oil represented thousands of dollars. It was very expensive. But her mindset said, I only have. Now I have a jar of oil that I could use. I don't have nothing but this. You see the difference? She belittled what would actually get her out of debt. That was the state of her mind. That's what we do all the time. The little that you have in your house that you overlook all the time and say, this ain't gonna do nothing. I need more. You don't need more. You need to take what you have right now. You're trying to strive for more when more is not the answer. Take what you have and make it more. Did y'all just hear that? How do we do that? Because right now, hey, you don't know how much money I'm making. You don't know how, after I pay all my bills, you don't really know how much I'm bringing in after the fact. I don't have but a jar of oil. I don't have enough. Yes, you do. I'm going to show you how. The first thing that I want you to write down is investment. I'll show you something. How many of you all got cable? Raise your hand. I want to see it. Y'all see I ain't raised my hand. And I was the only one in here that said I'm good financially. I'm going to talk to the wall. Watch this. What is on the TV for me? Okay. I was the only one that said I'm good financially. And honest to God's truth, I am. Yeah, we ain't about to lose our house. We good. Paid our insurance on our car yesterday. Lights on. She look good. We got a newborn. And you know our newborn eat. She eat the house up. She a little chunky, a little fat, so I mean, she eat. I mean, but we good. I'm able to invest into this and keep my household going. Here's the thing. Because investment, watch this, write this down. I'm going to show you something. No, before you write this down, what is money? What is money? Anybody?
Something you just spend.
Something you spend.
Yeah. Something spend.
I like that answer. I like that answer because I'm, ooh, that's your look. Something you spend, okay.
That's something.
No, stick with that. No, stick with that. Stick with something you spend. Stick with that. Stick with that. Don't change it. What is money? Y'all real quiet because y'all want to say nothing good. Go ahead, young man.
Is something that you get for working at a job?
You working at a job? Yeah.
It's a means to an end.
Means?
A means to an end.
I like that. Means to an end. I like that. I'm going to use that. You heard me? I said I'm going to use that. I just needed your permission. What is money? What is money? Watch it. I'm going to help you. Money is a seed. Do you spend seeds? Do you eat them? Do you eat your seed? If I go, what got a seed? Apple's got seeds, right? Apple's got seed. If I go on an apple, can I eat the seed of the apple? You eat the what? The harvest, the fruit of the seed, right? Watch this. You're trying to eat the seed. That's why you don't have no fruit. Oh. The seed produces the fruit. You choose to eat the seed and not wait till the seed produces the fruit. You put in the, how you say it, the cart before the horse? That's how you say it? Horse before the cart, whatever. Trying to be deep, right? Y'all got to help me be deep for a minute. You are eating your seed. When we decided, we haven't had cable for years. And when we did, we said, what use is this? I remember when I was in school, and I don't know why I went to school, because God didn't tell me to go to school. People in my family was pushing me, you need to go to school. And I'm sitting in school, and I'm like, this man teaching me about business, and he don't even got a business himself. I'm sitting in school, and listen, this is the honest truth. The only reason why I stayed in school because of the student refunds. You get student refunds, and you get thousands now. I said, shoot, yeah, I go back to school. I sit in school. I sat in school, got my refunds. And when I got my refund, God told me to invest. He told me to invest. Is that Periscope on Facebook? He told me to invest Periscope. You know what I did? I ate it. How did I eat it? We went, bought stuff. We call it splurging. We went and splurged. Everything that we got, we ate it. And God said, I told you to invest. So we were broke again. And you know what God told me? He said, there have been several times in your life I sent you surplus. We're going to get to that. I sent you surplus, and that surplus you were supposed to take to invest. You took it and you ate it. Income tax is right around the corner. You know how many African Americans going to eat their income tax up? That's your check. You got a large sum of money. It belongs to you anyway. You got a harvest. Do you know that an income tax is a harvest? You got income tax that they owe you. If you don't owe taxes, pay it back. If they got to pay you, you take your surplus and you start invest. You take money to invest. You don't take money to eat. So guess what? We said we're eating our money by having cable. But we want to watch TV. You want to watch TV and you want to dream? You want to watch TV, but you want to have your own business. You want to watch TV, but you want to have the money left over to be able to invest and still keep your place. Because I ain't going to be homeless. We were homeless before. She know. We were homeless. We lost everything because I put all my money into a place that never gave me a return. I was a fool. And God said, I never took, because I was putting it in church. I'm going to say it again. I was putting it in church. I was the pastor of the church, and I'm taking everything out of my household to keep my church building going. God says that's not an investment. It's a building. If you're going to invest into anything, invest into yourself. You're here staying in somebody else's house. Get out your family in somebody else's house. You want to know why? Because you ate the seed that I gave you to invest. Every time you get a large sum of money, you eat it. We don't jump from the why, the how, the where, influence, impact, compensation, to now investments. You want to know why? Because none of that matters if you can't invest. Because guess what? You don't have people that will know who you are if you can't invest into yourself. You will never get discovered. How? If I don't have the money to have videography. I have people that are demanding me right now. We need something of you. We need this seminar to be taught in Virginia. Guess what? I need the money to have not any kind of photography. Because guess what? You can take just the little that you have and get some little man on the street who trying to, hey, $75 for some headshots. And you get the headshots. And it still got the watermark on it. You don't even know how to take the watermark off. This is what but we want to dream big. If you're going to dream big, you got to first live small. Did y'all hear that?
That's good.
You've got to live small. The smaller you live, the bigger you're able to dream and become the reality of what you dream. You'll never become the reality of what you dream until you learn how to live small. I got several things. Investing, budgeting, surplus. Write those three down. Budgeting. Budgeting means that I'm looking at all of my expenses in my house and I'm saying what's necessary and what's not. You can know your purpose. You can know the how, you can know the where. But if you don't have the money to invest, financing your future. Do you understand that no one is going to invest into you unless you invest first? Do you know the first thing investors ask, what have you invested? Have you ever watched this show Shark Tank? Y'all never watched that? Y'all need to go watch it. You need to watch it. Y'all need to watch it. You need to watch it. Excellent show. I'm telling you all right now, you need to go when you leave here and watch it. It is a show about investors, a room full of investors that hear ideals from average people, common people. They come in with their ideals, and if they like their ideal, guess what? Make them an offer. You have to come in and tell them what you want them to invest. Say, for instance, I want you to invest $100,000 into me for 35% of my company. And if they like you enough, they give you the $100,000, or sometimes even more, for even less of percentage of your company. Because guess what? They start asking questions. Are you working? A lot of investors don't like you to work because, okay, how are you going to put time into what you're doing and you work 40 hours a week? Sometimes people do overtime, 60 hours a week. How you going to put the time into that? You got to cut back on some things. Get a part-time job and start your business. You got to, Steve Harvey said jump. Yeah, y'all heard of Steve Harvey, his book, Jump. We're waiting for somebody to push us. We're waiting for somebody to give us some money. We praying that God gonna just drop some out of the sky. He's not. He's giving you a mind. He empowered you mentally to sit down with your family and say, we're not going to do this no more. We ain't doing this no more. We're going to cut back on this. And when you start doing these things, now you see surplus. I found out that when I got a large sum, I let it sit. I didn't touch it. You know why I didn't have to touch it? Because I already had my money for my bills. So when the surplus came in, what I usually would do was eat it. Buy clothes, buy food. Go do whatever. Surplus comes in now. This is for the bills. This is for my vision. Bills are taken care of. But we are neglected. Everyone in here, I guarantee you, you can pay your bills. That's not good enough. You weren't called to pay bills. Your why is not to pay bills. You're where. You're how. You're more than that. But it's going to take discipline. That's why I said mental empowerment. Mentally, you got to empower yourself. Sit in your house and read. Or talk to your spouse. Or go on your phone and watch YouTube. Or get you a DVD player and go to the Red Box. But cut the cable off. Because cable running your bill up. Your electric bill is running up. And it's not necessary to have, because the times that you're watching TV, you could be important to who? How many times do you eat out a week? Who eats out every week? At least once a week. Every week. Raise your hand, come on, be honest. Who know how to cook? Who actually cook instead of eating out? He looking at you like, don't call out, don't call out, don't call. What are we doing to save money? Let me ask you this. What's your favorite restaurant?
Red Lobster.
What do you eat out once a week? What's your usual place?
Chick-fil-A.
Okay. Well, that's kind of hard because Chick-fil-A is good. Okay, Chick-fil-A. How much did you spend on Chick-fil-A yesterday?
Probably a little bit over $6 and some change.
$6 and some
$7.
change. $7. Okay, and you go once a week. You do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, $6. $6, 4 weeks. How much is that a month? $24. Okay. Write that down. Show you something. Write that down. What's your spot?
My favorite spot is Olive Garden. like go is.
You go to Olive Garden every week?
Oh no
Okay.
no.
No, where do you go?
No.
Where do you go every week? Once a week at
Either,
least.
Let's see Thursday.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I know.
Let's see
The
Thursday.
$5 pizza.
Mhm.
All right, $5 every week is what? Come on now. Come on now. $20 now. It's $20, right? Okay. $20. Right, $20 down.
Okay.
Cable bill. How much?
218. Write that down.
Ooh.
Write that down.
Get this on camera. Get this on camera. Get it on camera. 218. Are you serious?
Yeah, it's like a full package.
You don't even watch all them channels.
I don't even be there to watch it.
218 a month, right? You said a month. I said you got the 24 that you spend a month on Chick-fil-A and the 218. Add that up. You don't have cable. All right. All right. Something that you know that you do is unnecessary.
I say put gas in the car. Smoke cigarettes. Spending unnecessary stuff like on just kids. Just
Mhm.
Kayla or
How much
Taylor.
you think you spend a week? Well, Kayla over here adding up stuff. Look at you, girl. She adding up her expenses.
I can say, at least, honestly, about 80 to 100.
80 to 100 a week.
Yeah.
Now listen, write that down. Write that down. $80 to 100 a week. Do you know that it only takes $100 to incorporate within the state? You got a nonprofit, you can get incorporation. And then guess what? So proprietorship, what some of you all are trying to do as entrepreneurs, is free. If you're trying to start your own company, that's if you're trying to start, it's free. You just go get an EIN number. All right. 218, right?
42.
Huh?
242.
242 a month. Now, you don't have money though. Now, we ain't done. We ain't done. Okay. Let's see. So that's eating out, cable. Name an expense.
Haircuts.
Well, I mean, you gotta get your haircut done. You gotta get that done. I mean, cause I spend money on that. I mean, that's cause you grooming yourself. You gotta do that. And I like your hairline too. I was gonna ask you. I'm trying to find a good
Steve
one.
Harvey, the Steve Harvey thing. But like nails and stuff like that is unnecessary. Wouldn't you agree?
That's
Um,
an investment in yourself.
Yeah.
But what is it?
Don't
gonna
get me in
bring you?
trouble right now, okay?
But what is it gonna bring you
I
now?
don't get my nails.
Well, she don't. Okay, listen. Okay, she don't get her nails done. See, it's tricky. It's tricky. Yes, right. If you have goals, yeah. Oh, well, I say this. I put it this way. She's very understanding. We had to put on our rings, wedding rings. We had to go out this time that she didn't have time to get her hair done. But she stuck in there with me. I mean, she go get her nails done sometime. I mean, she's not that kind of person though. And she don't really have to do it. I mean, she's just not that kind of person. So if it's something that you all have not agreed upon, I will sit down and talk about it and just say, hey, we're gonna cut back on this. Cause how much is nails? You get your nails done every week? I don't know how it works.
No, I don't have any nails.
That's because she had to pick him up from after school.
No, it's not. Normally I get about 25 or so, like, if I were to go regularly, 25 every 2 weeks. So.
$25.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is that? That's $50 a month. All right, add that up.
Okay.
What else? Other expense. You telling on her what you be doing.
Thank you. Thank you.
My expenses covered by my job, so whatever I'm doing throughout the day, they take care of me. So
Good. Let me ask you a question. Y'all did Christmas? You had a good Christmas?
Yeah.
You still play all your toys?
I didn't get toys.
What would you get?
I got a computer.
Oh, she said, I ain't get toy. You got a computer. What kind of computer you got?
Samsung.
I don't even know. I don't know what that is.
A Samsung.
I mean,
and
I
a
know the
laptop.
phone. So it's like, what, an iPad or something?
Yeah, it's a laptop. It's a small, something similar to like a Chromebook.
Chromebook. Okay, what else you get?
A phone, a tablet.
Well, how old are you?
12.
Oh, Lord. Our son Justin got a phone. He be calling. He called us the other day. Now listen, I'm gonna show you something. What about you? What you get for Christmas?
I got a tablet.
That shirt is sharp, man. I'm telling you. Hey, y'all go to the same barber?
I cut his hair.
Oh, you cut hair?
I cut his hair.
No, you cut hair. You see what I'm saying? You cut hair. I mean, of course you gotta have a license and all that. You gotta have a license, right? Cut hair. I mean, I'm looking at the hair like you don't do yours. But you cut hair. Gifted. So what you get?
I got Hot Wheels set, like for cars, but I can't build it. Well, I can, but it keeps on falling though.
It keeps on falling over.
The loop-de-loop.
You need to talk to Santa Claus about that. Talk to Santa Claus. And okay, so what else you got? I don't know if y'all.
They know.
Okay.
That's why they listen to
I cried when I found out when I was a kid, so I didn't want to.
You Santa Claus.
Yeah, they understand that whatever they get comes from people that love them.
Good. So you know about Santa Claus. That's Santa Claus.
Right.
So, but what else?
I got a slushie machine set.
Got a slushy machine. See, you can make some slush. Y'all got a whole. You got a
Slush
barber
machine.
shop. You got. He can do a slushy shop.
It's not a real one. It's not a real one.
What
It's
is
like-
It is a
It
real
comes
one.
with a grocery bag. The
Oh.
grocery kids.
It's not a slushy machine, it's the grocery key. It's these little things that we need to throw away that's all over the floor. They're like little, I don't even know how to explain
Well,
it.
slushie machine too.
We know the pain.
Oh, okay.
You walk in our house.
Right, yeah.
But that's my point. Do you know how much money we spent on Christmas? We didn't do it this year. We didn't do it. I mean, because they young too, you know. But I mean, Cody, he's 2. He don't know.
Right.
And then my daughter, she's newborn. But Justin, he's the only one. He's into the Xbox and just sounding really old, and I'm only 25. All of that kind of stuff.
Right.
But my whole point is, okay, how much did you add up?
$292.
Now, how you don't have money? That's almost $300. Now, divide that by 4. Divide yours by 4. Everyone in here is dividing there. Divide yours by 4, and then tell me what you got. Because when you divide it by 4, that's weekly. That's weekly something that you could be putting away that's going towards. And I mean, and there's a lot more. I'm pretty sure I can go on and on, but I'm just trying to make a point. That's almost $300, and you said, okay, I don't have it, but you work hard. Yes, you do. There are things that right now you don't need. You don't need. There are things that we don't need that we spend money on constantly. So how much is that a week?
Roughly about $70. A little bit.
$70 a week.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do? You said empowerment. Well, let's focus on empowerment speaking. What are you trying to do?
Just for, I really want to start a car wash. That's my thing. Just trying to get the people in place to kind of like do it while I'm away until I'm able to just do it full time.
let me ask you, where's your heart?
Laying floors, that's my heart. Like hardwood and tile and stuff, that's my heart. That's what I've been doing for years. But I also been doing like technical work for years.
Okay. You're laying floors. So I just heard, where's your heart? You need to focus where your heart is. And you know, a lot of times we have gifts and we have talents that people actually need. Let me tell you this. I was gonna ask you a question, but before I ask you, let me tell you this. I had a guy, he's a jack of all trades. He does sheetrock, he does the tiling on the floor, he does all of that. God came, listen, God in simple conversation was telling him that he needed his roof done and he needed some sheetrocking done. And he said, man, if I just had somebody that I knew, I'll pay them 50 grand. 50 grand to get the job done. You know what he said? Oh, wow. And we were talking about it, he told me that I almost slapped him. I said, hold on, something's wrong here. Because did you just hear what just happened? He said, if I knew somebody that could do, and he does it. You were about to have 50 grand. But my job is good. You make 50 grand a year.
Yeah. Right.
You were going to do one job.
Can't get 50.
And who does this man know that carried that kind of money that he can refer you to? 50 grand here and 50 grand here, that's what? 100 grand. I done made in 2 jobs what some people don't make in a year. Do you understand? You have to start looking at, I have what they need. The kind of estimates that you would get, I have an uncle that does estimates for commercial properties. I mean, he makes good money. He brings home, not bring in, but bring home 20 grand. After paying all his workers, after paying all for his paint and his utensils, everything, he brings home no less than 20 grand. No less. It is in you. You got to find out, where's my heart? Because right now, I could be working this job, but this is where my heart is. And this is where my abundance is. Cast your net on the what? Right side of the boat. And you should shift where your heart is. When you shift where your heart is, and you start budgeting, and you start investing, and you take the surplus of everything that you have, you're going to start seeing fruit. Now I'm not worried about, because here's the thing, the only thing God needs from you all is a jump. That's it. Basically it. You all say that you all left Alabama to come here, right? This is the land of opportunity. Atlanta is it. There's so much opportunity here, and the only thing you got to do, jump. Cut back. This is your year to discipline yourself. This is your year to cut back and say, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. We're not going to watch this anymore. We're going to shut down. We're going to start reading more. We're going to start investing. We're going to start brainstorming. How often do you brainstorm? How often? Not often. How often do y'all sit and talk about what you want to do? Not often. So this is a good start now. To sit now after this seminar and say, okay, because I'm through. I'm basically through. Good time to sit down after the seminar and say, hey, we got a lot of information. I see a lot of notes that y'all took. A lot of information. Here's what we need to do. We need to first find the why. Sit and ask the Lord, why did you have me here? Where do I fit? After you find that, start reading up on your craft and your skill. If it's empowerment speaking, empower your mind as an empowerment coach.